السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. الحمد لله رب العالمين، والعاقبة للمتقين، ولا عدوان إلا على الظالمين. الحمد لله الذي جعل الشمس والقمر حسبانا، والنجم والشجر يسجدان. فضل إنسانا على إنسان، كما فضل زمانا على زمان، ومكانا على مكان. والصلاة والسلام على أشرف الأنبياء والمرسلين، سيدنا ونبينا وأعلانا وأولانا ومولانا محمد صلى الله عليه وعلى آله وصحبه وبارك وسلم تسليما كثيرا. أما بعد. Welcome to Quranic Arabic Academy, Arabic Grammar Made Easy. Today, lesson number 25C. رب يسر ولا تعسر وتمم بالخير وبك نستعين. رضيت بالله ربا وبالإسلام دينا وبمحمد رسولا. In this lesson, we're going to learn the إعراب المستثنى حسب الموقع. Understand what is النفي الصريح. Understand what is النفي الضمني. So these two are new terms to us, النفي الصريح and النفي الضمني. So we are learning the إعراب المستثنى حسب الموقع, and these two things need to be understood. So we will continue from the last lesson. Before that, let's go through our جملة فعلية, the slots of جملة فعلية, to remind ourselves. First, we have the main slot, which is the fa'il. Then every fa'il needs a fa'il. If not, it has to have a naibul fa'il if the fa'il is fa'il lil majhul. And the i'rab of this two is always marfu'un. Marfu'un. Wa alaykum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. So fa'il and naib fa'il, the i'rab is always marfu'. And the rest of its slots are مفعول به, مفعول به ثاني, مفعول فيه, حال, مفعول مطلق, مفعول لأجله, and مستثنى. So far we've done all these slots, only one slot left to complete. So the i'rab of all these are mansub. In جملة اسمية, الجملة الفعلية, all these slots are always mansub. So here we are doing mustasna. Normally the mustasna i'rab is mansub, but there are some other reasons, other conditions. The mustasna can be according to the mahal, according to the slot, and it has another, which is the jawazun nasb, and the one it is mustasna mansub here. This is ujuban. That's what we're gonna learn about. Yep. So yeah, these are the slots. So now let's go through the exclusion, the istisna. We know the istisna means exceptive or exclusion. The main particle of exclusion or exceptive is illa. There are others like غير and siwa. We'll talk about them in the later lessons, but now we are learning everything about illa. So illa is called harful istisna, and few other terms. The ism before illa is called al-mustathna minhu, excluded from, because we are learning exclusion, so you must have something to exclude from. So this is it, al-mustasna. The excluded thing, this is the main topic. The thing you want to exclude, it comes after illa, and it is called al-mustathna. And illa itself is harf al-istisna. Now, there are another two terms we need to learn. One is istithna'un tammun, which is when all the three, they are called arkanul istisna. Arkanul istisna. You can say the roots or the pillars of istisna. What are three? Al-mustasna minhu, harful istisna, plus the al-mustasna. So when all three are present in the sentence, it is called istithna'un tammun. And when only two are present, which is illa and al-mustathna, it is called istisna'un naqisun. So on the next slide, we had this to understand a bit more which one is al-mustasna minhu, which one is al-mustasna. So we have the illa. Always we look at the illa. Then we look what's after illa, that is mustasna. Then we go back and look for al-mustasna minhu. So over here, suppose we have a sentence over here. There's maybe a fail before. Just want to focus here. At-tullabu is mustasna minhu. Why is it mustasna minhu? Because it's coming before illa. So here it doesn't have to be muttasil. Mustasna minhu does not have to be muttasil, straight or together. Could be fasil. Words could be between mustasna minhu and illa. But illa and mustasna has to be muttasil. So after illa is talib, in our case, is mustasna. So when all three are present, it is called istithna'un tammun. And when only two are present, which is illa and al-mustasna, it is called istithna'un naqisun. It has another name, mufarragun. Istithna'un, you can say mufarragun. Yeah, mufarrag means no mustasna minhu. This is what istisna naqis means. So I did include this word mufarrag because if you do read some of the grammar books, you will find this word. And when you see this word, oh, we haven't learned this word, so you didn't say that. So it is also called istisna mufarrag. Okay, so only two, illa, harful istisna, and al-mustasna are present. Then it's called istisna'un naqisun. Then al-mustasna has three i'rabs. Number one, i'rab al-mustasna hasab al-mawqi'. The i'rab of mustasna according to the mahal, according to the slot, whatever the mustasna is in, it will be the i'rab of that. Number two, jawazu nasb al-mustasna aw al-ittiba'. It is allowed to make it as mustasna and put in mansub case, mansub nasab slot, or it will follow the mustasna minhu in i'rab. And number three is wujubu nasbil mustasna. Wujubu nasbil mustasna, which is as mandatory, no choice. In that case, it must have, mustasna must have in nasab case. So we are doing the number one, al-i'rabu hasabul mawqi'. So far, that's what we've learned. It is only the i'rab of istisna naqis, which is istisna mufarrag. When the particle illa comes in a negative jumla, and the jumla is istisna'un naqisun or istisnaun mufarraghun. Mufarragh means free from mustasna minhu. Mufarragh means free from mustasna minhu. No mustasna minhu present in the jumla. So istisna naqis, and the jumla is jumlatun manfiyatun, then the i'rab of al-mustasna will be according to the slot the al-mustasna is in. This illa is called harf wa hasrin. This illa is no more harf istisna, and it creates emphasis. It is translated as only, and again this only is not limited. You can come with own translation, that will be fine, but just to create the emphasis, if it's possible, use the word only. If not, it's okay, as long as you know the emphasis is there. The istisna naqis occurs only in jumlatun manfiyatun. So when is al-mustasna minhu not present? Is only in jumla manfiyah. Only in jumla manfiyah. In jumla manfiyah, the mustasna minhu can be present. But if it's not there, if it's not present, that is istisna naqis. If mustasna minhu is present, either it is jumla musbata or jumla manfiyya, that will be istisna tam, because all three are there. Okay. So if mustasna minhu is not present, then we see is it jumla manfi. If it's jumla manfi, this is istisna naqis. If the jumla is not manfi, there's something wrong in the sentence. Why isn't mustasna minhu present? It's supposed to be. Okay. If it's not, there's something wrong with the jumla. So this is so far what we have done, alhamdulillah. We have understood. Let's continue. Just a few more things to know about the i'rabu hasabul mawqi'. The title is An-Nafyu Sarihu wa Nafyu Dimni. This is two things we need to understand. We can complete this topic. An-Nafyu Sarihu and Nafyu Dimni. We all know what nafi means. Nafi means negative. And there are some negative particles we've learned so far. But those days, those lessons, we did not go into more deep. That time we didn't need this. Now we need this. We need to come out with this. The negative particles are of two types. The negative particles are of two types. One is called an-nafyu sarihu, which is direct negative particles. Sarih, it is sarih means clear. Sarih means open, direct. No, nothing hidden. Okay? So they are called an-nafyu sarih. So far we had ma and la, and I think we touched a little bit of in. So today we know in is also a negative particle. Negative particle. They are sarih, they are zahir. So you can say an-nafyu sarihu zahir. They are clear, they are visible, they are made for to make sentence negative. This is they are called as-sarih. They are made to make a jumla manfiya, nafi. So ma, as we learned, ma can come to make jumla ismiya negative. Ma comes to make al-jumla fi'liya madi negative. And we've learned la makes jumla fi'liya mudari, fi'l mudari negative. Right? And also the in. So far we had the examples of ma and la in our mustasna topic, but we did not have an examples of in. So in is also a direct negative particle. This in also can be other hurufs, other harfs. For example, in can be in shartiya, a conditional in. Okay, so how do we find out? The in is a negative particle, or in is a conditional particle. This is one of the way to find that. We will learn that when in comes with illa, when in comes with illa, this no in is 100% a direct negative particle. Number two, an-nafyu dhimni, understood negative particles. Okay, it's not one of the above, but it is understood. Okay, it is understood. How are they? They are adatul istifham plus illa. Adatul istifham. We talked about what is adat. Adat means if there anything that is used for, they are in this group, there are some ism and there are some huruf. In any group, if there are some ism, there are some huruf, it is called adat. So adatul istifham, we have huruf istifham and we have asma istifham. So both. If we say huruf istifham only becomes understood negative particle, that will be wrong. We have to include ism as well. And if we say ismul istifham, then huruf is out. Has to be both. So both can be understood negative particles. What do we mean by understood negative particles? I'll make this clear in a minute. Just understand this. What is an-nafyu dhimni? It is if in a sentence you see adatul istifham, means harful istifham or ismul istifham, and illa is there. Now you know this adatul istifham is nafyu dhimni. It will give us the negative meaning. It is understood. Okay, this is how our abuse is. When any adatul istifham comes with illa, they know it is negative particle. It comes to give a negative meaning. Like harful istifham, if hal comes plus illa, this hal is negative particle. If man comes, man hada, who is this? So man is ism istifham. But if man comes with illa, the man is understood negative particle. So when we have this adatul istifham and illa, the questioner is not looking for an answer. Okay? The mutakallim, the speaker or the questioner, knows that the mukhatab knows the answer. Okay? He's not expecting an answer from the mukhatab. So in these situations, this is what is used, and it is understood the negative particle. Okay, so we've learned an-nafyu sarihu, the direct negative particles, which are clear, direct, is made for a negative particle. It is made to make jumla negative, to give us negative meaning, which is ma, la, and in. These are the huruf I'm talking about. There are some fails, for example, naqis, laysa. Laysa is also an-nafyu sarih. because laysa gives the direct negative meaning. But we're talking about the particles, okay, not the fi'l naqis. So the particles are, which is clear, direct, النفي الصريح, ما, لا, in. And النفي الضمني, ضمني means within, isn't it? Hidden. The nafi is hidden in these particles, and which is understood. الضمني is inside it, okay? The negative meaning is built in. Negative meaning is built in. When adatul istifham plus illa. So in a sentence, we see adatul istifham and there's illa there. Now we'll know this adatul istifham is this an-nafyu dimni. Understood? هل فهمتم؟ Okay. So these two terms are new to us. I mean, an-nafyu is not new. Nafi we know. Only the word as-sarih and ad-dimni. These are the two. So an-nafyu as-sarih is clear, and an-nafyu ad-dimni, the nafi is built in. Although these particles are not made for nafi. For example, huruf istifham, there's only two. Harf al-istifham, hal and a. They are made for istifham. They are called the particles of interrogative, isn't it? But they have a nafi built in. Okay? Nafi built in. When there's illa. And asma istifham, for example, man also has the nafi dimni, nafi built in. When illa comes with it. Right. So let's see some examples. We're going to have examples of the in, which we haven't done it before. We've done the ma and we've done the la. We're just going to look at the in. Okay. So here the in. So this in can be in shartiya, a conditional in. This in also can be in nafiya. So when it is nafiya, if there is illa in the sentence, 100% we know this in is an nafyu sarih. In uridu, arada yuridu, to want. Arada yuridu. Arada yuridu. So this is what I have to come up with. It is a Quranic verse. So this verb is new to us. Arada yuridu, to want. In uridu illa al-islah. In uridu illa islah. So let's say we have illa, which is normally is harful istisna. Then we have the ism after it, which is mustasna minhu. But when we go back, is there any mustasna minhu there? No, because we cannot exclude islah from uridu. We cannot exclude islah from in. That means there is no mustasna minhu here. So this it is istisna'un naqisun or istisna'un mufarraghun. So what will this illa be? Harfu hasrin. Harfu hasrin. So this is istisna'un naqisun and it is manfi. The in is there. Now this in cannot be in shartiya because illa is there. Illa is there. So this has to be an-nafyu as-sarihu. تركيب again easy. إن حرف نفي، أريد فعل مضارع plus فاعل، إلا حرف حصر، عن الإصلاح مفعول به. Okay, so what we did was that in this type of jumla, when there is no mustasna minhu present, take the حرف نفي away, إلا away, and read. It will make sense. أريد الإصلاح، أريد الإصلاح. So this is مفعول به. So the way we do Arab is حسب الموقع. Okay, the mustasna, the slot the mustasna is in. So here, because we have فعل فاعل, so this is in the slot of al-islah, is in the slot of مفعول به. So the translation, I only want to reform in, or if you want to do the only meaning. Okay? If you want to go to word by word, then you can translate that way as well. As we said, we want to have the emphasis meaning only. So I only want to reform in أريد إلا الإصلاح. So the Arab again is straightforward. In حرف نفي مبني على السكون. Over here we can see the السكون الظاهر on the noon is clear, visible, which لا محل له من الإعراب. Now we only say الظاهر, we only say ظاهر for isms, only fatha and kasra and dhamma. Only these three we say ظاهر, and only for ism. If we see fatha on the fail, we don't need to say ظاهر. Okay? For huruf, no. So even though the sukun on the noon is visible, still we don't say, just حرف نفي مبني على السكون. And because it's حرف لا محل له من الإعراب. أريد فعل مضارع مرفوع وعلامة رفعه الضمة الظاهرة على آخره. إذا فعل مضارع we need the فاعل. والفاعل ضمير مستتر وجوبا تقديره أنا. So this أنا, you cannot replace it with اسم ظاهر. There's no choice here. So it has to be ضمير مستتر وجوبا. So in فعل مضارع we've learned there's only three forms of وجوبا. Number one is تفعل مخاطب. يا مخاطب تفعل. واحد مفرد مذكر مخاطب. And number two is this one, مفرد مذكر مؤنث متكلم, which will be أنا. So the مخاطب one will be أنت, متكلم one will be أنا, and number three جمع مذكر أو مؤنث متكلم, which is نفعل, and the ضمير will be وجوبا تقديره نحن. Okay. So أريد فعل مضارع and فاعل ضمير مستتر وجوبا تقديره أنا, and إلا because we know it is not حرف استثناء, it is حرف حصر. How do we know it is not حرف استثناء? Because the جملة is استثناء ناقص, استثناء ناقص منفي. Whenever the jumla is استثناء ناقص منفي, the حرف إلا is حرف حصر. It is مبني على السكون لا محل له من الإعراب. Okay. So there are a few examples in the Quran. So if you come across, just think. In and illa. In and illa. In will be النفي الصريح. Now let's look at some example. النفي الضمني. النفي الضمني. What is النفي الضمني? النفي الضمني is when any of the أدوات الاستفهام comes. Either it can be حرف استفهام or it can be اسم استفهام. Any of them. In a جملة there is إلا there. There is إلا there. That is also considered the istisna naqis, because this harf istifham and ism istifham is harf istifham and ism istifham is an-nafyu ad-dimni. The nafi is understood from the sentence. Okay, al-islaha maf'ulun bihi mansubun wa alamatu nasb al-fathah adh-dhahirah ala akhirih. So we are doing the i'rab of mustasna hasab al-mawqi'. Okay, so we're not going to call istisna. We will call it whatever the slot is in. Okay, let's see what we have. Man هذا? I mean, it is a istifham. Man. But is it a harf or ism? We've learned two groups of istifham. Harf istifham, asma istifham. So in asma istifham, we've learned about 9 of them. Ma, man, ماذا, من ذا, أين, متى, أيان, كيف, كم. Okay? All these are asma istifham. So any of them comes in a jumla, there is illa there. So this man has built-in nafi meaning. Okay? Built-in nafi meaning. The questioner not want an answer from the mukhatab. The questioner knows the answer, even the mukhatab knows the answer. So this is to emphasize. Okay? And harf has will be there. So man yaghfiru. Until now we can do the question example. Who can forgive? Man yaghfiru. Who can forgive? الذنوب. The dhunuba, without looking other, the dhunuba has to be maf'ul. The dhunuba cannot do the action of yaghfiru. Okay? So sawfa, the huwa will be the fa'il. الذنوب is maf'ul. So man yaghfiru dhunuba illa Allah. Illa Allah. Suppose we didn't know the haraka on the ha over here. But when we know illa is there, the man is there, man is harf istifham, but now it has the meaning of nafi built in. So this man is an-nafyu ad-dimni. An-nafyu ad-dimni. Man, the nafi negative meaning is built in. Now we will take that out. We'll take the negative meaning out from man because illa is there. And if we take these two away, yaghfiru dhunub Allahu, we can read it. It's a complete sentence. Make the Allah the fa'il and the dhunuba the maf'ul muqaddam. Yaghfiru dhunub Allahu. Okay? So if this sentence is complete, that means this is jumla is to emphasize. Man yaghfiru dhunuba illa Allah. So tarkib man harfu sorry, harfu istifham, not nafi. We do as normal. Harfu istifham. Okay. And yaghfiru fail, which is fail mudari. الذنوب مفعول به إلا حرف حصر and لفظ الله فاعل. Over here we can say الذنوب مفعول به مقدم. Okay, again, translation, as we said, you can translate as normal. This is how the translation the Quran we find. The translation of the Quran, I said it before, the translation has been done for the public. For the public. They not go into deep. There's no balagha there. There's no reasoning there. Just straightforward for the public. Okay? But now, if you understand these things, it becomes more clear and becomes more fun to translate the Quran. Over here, we'll create emphasis here. We'll not translate as word to word. The word to word will be man, question, who? Yaghfiru, can forgive. Al-dhunuba, sins. Illa, accept. Allah. These are the translation of word to word. But what we have learned, apply that. Apply the an-nafyu dimni here. If you apply the nafyu dimni here, and illa harfu has, it will create emphasis and only meaning. Let's see. Only Allah forgives sins. Yeah. It is a question, but Allah is not asking, looking for the answer, because the mukhatab knows the answer as well. Okay, so it is only Allah forgives sins, or only Allah forgives sins. Okay. Now, if we do Arab one by one, so Arab of man, look at this. This is how we do the Arab when it has the nafi, when it is a nafi dimni. A nafi dimni, the dimni means building nafi. It's not clear, is hidden inside. Now it's coming out because of illa. Man ismu istifhamin mabniyun ala sukuni fi mahall raf'in mubtada'un. Remember, because it's ism, it can be mubtada. It has a slot. If it's harf, no slot. In this play, this man ja'a, if you want to add that, you can. If you don't need to add, doesn't matter. Just to clear, what is the function of this man here? Ja'a li gharad nafyi, to create the nafi meaning, to give the nafi meaning here. Li gharad nafyi bima'na la, because fal mudari has a la nafi meaning before it. Al mudari, the la comes before it. So man, it is harf istifham. Ja'a, came, for the li gharad. Gharad means to give reason. Okay, what can we? I knew the just blank. Gharad, that means the ghaya, the reason for what it came for. To give the meaning of nafi. Bima'ana, and the ma'na is la. So if you want to do the Arab, you can add this جاء لغرض النفي بمعنى لا. If you just want to keep من اسم استفهام مبني على السكون في محل رفع مبتدأ, want to leave it there is okay. But if you want to know a bit more, the reason, the secret behind it, the balagha behind it. جاء, this man came here to give the nafi meaning بمعنى لا. يغفر فعل مضارع مرفوع. يغفر فعل مضارع مرفوع وعلامة رفعه الضمة الظاهرة على آخره. الذنوب مفعول به منصوب مفعول به مقدم, you can say مفعول به مقدم منصوب وعلامة نصب الفتحة الظاهرة على آخره. And then we have إلا حرف حصر مبني على السكون لا محل له من الإعراب. and لفظ الله لفظ الجلالة فاعل مرفوع وعلامة رفع الضمة الظاهرة على آخره. So let's correct that. Let's put مفعول به مقدم here. مقدم. And over here, I'll put that later. لفظ الجلالة. Okay. Okay, understood what is النفي الضمني. It is only the أداة الاستفهام plus إلا. أداة الاستفهام plus إلا in the sentence. The استفهام could be حرف استفهام or اسم استفهام. In this Quranic verse example, we have man is اسم استفهام plus إلا in the sentence. Yeah, so over here, what we need to do is man, we'll call it مبتدأ. Let me change the color. So man مبتدأ, يغفر فعل, and مفعول به الذنوب إلا حرف حصر اللفظ الله the فاعل. Okay. Okay, in the Arab, I forgot one thing. Can anyone see what is missing? So man اسم استفهام مبني على السكون في محل رفع مبتدأ. يغفر فعل مضارع مرفوع وعلامة رفعه الضمة على آخره. الذنوب مفعول بمقدم منصوب وعلامة نصب الضمة على آخره إلا حرف حصر مبني على السكون في محل لا محل له من الإعراب. الله لفظ الجلالة فاعل مرفوع وعلامة رفع الضمة الظاهرة على آخره. What's missing? Lafzul Jalal, I said it. I said in writing is missing, yes, but I am saying it. Allahu lafzul jalalati fa'ilun marfu'un wa alamatu rafi dhammatu adh-dhahiratu ala akhirih. Now tell me what's missing. There's something missing here. Yes, well done. We have a mubtada. The khabar is missing. Khabar is missing. So what will be the khabar? الجملة الفعلية. See, from يغفر all the way up to here, it is جملة فعلية. والجملة الفعلية في محل رفع خبر وخبر المبتدأ. Okay. Remember, we need to specify from now on. خبر for what? خبر can be for ليس, خبر can be for كان, خبر can be for إن, خبر also for مبتدأ. So from now on, we specify خبر for what. So over here, والجملة الفعلية في محل رفع خبر للمبتدأ وخبر المبتدأ. Got it? Yes. Okay, now understood what is النفي الضمني is? Okay, who can tell me what is النفي الضمني? The النفي الصريح, we know is straightforward. نفي الصريح, the word صريح means is open, is clear. It is made for to do what? It is made for that, is doing it. So as sarih is clear, the ma nafiya, the la nafiya, and the in all are an-nafy sarih. What is an-nafy dimni? Yes. Because if you see the sentence here, can you say istisna naqis? Yeah. If you go anyone who is learning Arabic grammar and tell them istisna naqis, they understand istisna naqis properly, and give them this example. Is this istisna naqis? Majority will say no. Majority will say no. Why? They're looking for nafi here. Because istisna naqis only occurs in jumla manfiya. And there isn't this, it is not jumla manfiya. They will say no way. No way. But we will say yes, it is. What is an-nafyu dimni? Yes, understood as a nafi. When this happens, when nafi dimni happens, when we make nafi dimni, when adatul istifham only, nothing else, okay? Only adatul istifham. Only adatul istifham plus illa. That is an-nafyu dimni. Okay, next example. Then this one we're waiting for. One of the biggest example. هل جزاء الإحسان إلا. Okay, tell me the slot of next. We just read, don't we? هل جزاء الإحسان إلا الإحسان. But what is on the noon? We do waqf, yes. But have we ever thought of what is on the noon? Is it a fatha? Is it a dhamma? Is it a kasra? What is it? So if you understood today's lesson, you'll be able to tell me what is the mahal of al-ihsan after illa. Anyone? هل جزاء الإحسان إلا الإحسان no. It cannot be ni because we haven't done kasra yet. We haven't done majrur slot yet. Again, is be easier now. Has to be one of the two, either fatha or dhamma. What is it? What is it? Come on, rest of us, come on. I'm explaining for last 1 hour. Come on. If you take hal away, take illa away. Take hal away, illa away. Now read it. Jazaa'ul. Okay, I'm not doing this, okay? I'm not doing because we haven't done this. What's happening here is, this is slot. The first word is the main slot. And the next word is expanding. So this is slot. Okay, this is slot. So far we are doing one word, slot. Later on we'll be expanding the slot. So this is one of the example. The slot is expanded, adding another word to it. So let's forget that now. Okay. So make this as one. Jazaa'ul ihsani is starting with an ism. So this is mubtada. This is mubtada. Al-ihsan is khabar. Al-ihsan is khabar. So what is the i'rab of khabar? Marfu'un wa alamatu raf'ihi ad-dammatu adh-dhahiratu ala akhirih. Now you're able to pronounce the noon. Al-ihsanu. Al-jaza'u al-ihsani illa al-ihsanu. Okay, good, well done. Right. Okay. Al-ihsanu. Hal jaza'ul ihsani illa al-ihsanu. Again, the normal translation, if you look in the Quran, the normal translation is word to word, asking a question. But once we know the balagha, the beauty of Quran, is not to be translated word to word here. Quran is, mashallah, the translation is for the normal people, public. But those who are the students of grammar, this is for them. Hal jaza'ul ihsan illa al-ihsan. We know illa is there, but what is hal doing here? Think, what is hal doing here? Hal supposed to be a harf istifham. But now we know this is istisna'un naqisun. And istisna naqis, when there is no mustasna minhu present, and the jumla is jumla manfi. But hal is not nafi. How this can be manfi? Because it's a nafi dimni. The nafi is there built in. The nafi is understood from this sentence. This sentence is not asking question. Allah is not asking a question here. Allah knows that everyone knows the answer. So how are we going to translate? To create emphasis. Okay, translate. هل جزاء الإحسان إلا الإحسان. Translate. I think I've got two things to cover, and I don't know. I have to cover one thing. Okay, أحسنتم. Let's see translation. Before that, تركيب. Again, it is حرف استفهام. حرف استفهام لا محل له من الإعراب. I'll change in a minute. Then جزاء, which is the mubtada. I'm not doing the I'rab of ihsan yet, because we haven't done that. We know it is rafa over here, marfu, so mubtada. Illa harfu hasrin. If you take these two away, the ihsan is khabar. Al-ihsanu. MashaAllah, MashaAllah, well done. May Allah give barakah. Barakallahu feekum. MashaAllah, MashaAllah, MashaAllah. The reward for good is only good. Yeah? Before today's lesson, if I gave you this sentence, you would be translating as it is, as a question. Oh man, how beautiful the Quran is. How beauty is there if you know things. The reward for good is only good. The Arab, هل حرف استفهام مبني على السكون لا محل له من الإعراب جاء لغرض النفي بمعنى ما. Because you know in جملة اسمية the negative particle is ما. So this هل is the meaning of ما here. If it was a fail here, and if it's fail ماضي, we could have said ما over here. If it's fail مضارع, لا over here. Okay, and because it's جملة اسمية جاء لغرض النفي بمعنى ما. Okay, جزاء مبتدأ مرفوع وعلامة رفع ضمة الظاهرة على آخره إلا حرف حصر مبني على السكون لا محل له من الإعراب. and then الإحسان خبر مرفوع وعلامة رفع الضمة الظاهرة على آخره. All these makes a جملة اسمية. makes a جملة اسمية. Right, so what I'm gonna do is change the color and go back. Okay, there's so many examples in the Quran now, you know, because we don't have enough time to go through all of them. Another one is هل ينظرون هل ينظرون is it إلا ساعة هل ينظرون إلا ساعة. Another one هل يظنون ظنونا. There are so many examples in the Quran in what we are doing. Istisna naqis and the النفي الضمني. النفي الضمني. Okay, so this is the end of lesson 25C. But before that, I want to finish this topic so we can move on to the next one, which is جواز نصب المستثنى أو اتباع. Okay? So before that, I have one more thing and I forgot to cover that. So what we do here, I'm just going to cover that quickly. I'm not going to go all the Arab and everything. I think we know the Arab everything. What we're going to do is just to give you the little bit of, so next time you'll know and we don't need to go in more details. Okay, so I'm just going to clear everything, delete, 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 and after the lesson you do the Arab. Okay, sometime what happens is ma So just ignore all them for now, okay? Ignore the top part for now. Okay. Ma, and I don't have a space, just we're going to write one. Ma, listen this carefully. Ma ja'a min. This min, those of us know, it is from the huruful jar, something called a group of letters. It's called huruful jar. We'll cover these hurufs later. Out of them, we talk about only min. When only min comes, ma ja'a and min at-tullab, for example. At-tullabi. Min at-tullabi, and because the min has a sukun on it, it needs a haraka, which is the fatha. Min at-tullabi ma ja'a min at-tullabi illa. Okay. Ma ja'a min at-tullabi. When we do the second type of i'rab, this example will come. Okay, over there we'll have a choice either to make mustasna, because over here the mustasna minhu is present. Okay, at-tullab. Over here we say Zaid, for example. What is that? Okay. Zaid. Now, when we see this type of jumla, and when we learn the second type of i'rab, which is loud, nasab or ittiba, we learn that same. But when there is min, only min, remember this. When there is min with mustasna minhu, when there's a min, mustasna minhu, this min creates istisna naqis. This min means there is no mustasna minhu. There is no mustasna minhu. This way it means. So if there is no mustasna minhu, what will be the i'rab of Zaid? So we say ma jaa, take the illa away. Ma jaa Zaidun hasabul mawqi'. Okay, so sometime it will be there, the mustasna minhu is there, but when there is a min that makes this istisna mufarragh. This the min makes istisna mufarragh. So this is what our topic today we're doing. Illa Zaidun. Ma jaa min at-tullabi illa Zaidun. Understood this point? When in jumla there is mustasna minhu, but min with it. The min makes this mustasna as if the mustasna minhu is not there. So this also comes under istisna'un naqisun or istisna'un mufarraghun. It is free from mustasna minhu. So we can translate from the students only Zaid came. If you want to do word to word, no one came from the students except Zaid. You can do that, but there'll be no emphasis there. To understand this point, when there is, seems like the mustasna minhu is there, but because of min makes this istisna mufarragh, free from mustasna minhu. So we will treat this type of jumla as istisna naqis, as if though mustasna minhu is not present. Okay, understand? Okay, so I hope you understood today's lesson. The main is because in the Quran we will see illa there, but there is no nafi. There is no nafi there. Then we'll be stuck. What is going on? Why is the istifham doing here? How do we do it? Now today we know this adatul istifham plus illa. It is called an-nafyu dimni. The nafi is understood. The nafi is built in. When illa comes, then we have to bring that out. The nafi bring that out and translate accordingly. So inshallah, may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give us tawfiq. We'll see in the next lesson. Subhanak Allahumma bihamdika. Nashhadu an la ilaha illa anta. Nastaghfiruka wa natubu ilayk. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.